Hey everyone, this is Dennis, aka StockOperator. I want to do recap of today's trades. Up a little bit on a day. Where's my thing? Right here. Up about 500 bucks on a day. Gave back some money on PLTR, definitely. And AMC made money, gave back, gave back. I mean, they made money, but I'll break down some trades. X was really, really amazing trade, and this should be like a huge winner for me. X was a homework preparation. VIAC, every single trade was actually here from yesterday's watch list. We guys put it together. All right, so let's start one by one. PLTR, let's do that one. So PLTR I took for the breakout. I really like this. Think about it. This doji deep buy. Every deep buy was bought above 27, high lows building above these levels, right? Looking really good on PLTR. And plus, people buying it. It's a really strong name, right? Everybody wants to own a piece. Well, it is, but you got to put it the right stop and, keep in mind, maybe insiders still selling or something is going on. Plus, this is not a thin float anymore. It's not under 1 million. Well, 1 million, 1 billion, right? It never was a thin float, but it's 1.2 right now, and probably it's still increasing. So got out here because it's just not building the pattern. It's not doing it what I wanted. Every single average is pointing down. No need to wait for my stop right here to get hit, right? Low of the day, because it will get hit. What's the point of it? Cut at a loss, move on. All right, so another trade, AMC. On watch, we had this for the breakout continuation, kind of short squeeze, the Mimi, whatever they call that, stock, right? So this was a legit setup. I'll show you in a second. Let me zoom in on 1 minute. So on the 5 minutes, it's right here. We had a bounce, right? Deep buyers came in, nice bounce, candle over candle. You technically could play long right here. 1292 stop below this pivot point. So I did miss that area, but it formed free bar play. Nice consolidation. I was anticipating to go long at 1305. Sure, got freaking slippage. So, pretty decent slippage, like 10 cents. Pretty much bought on a high. Then we made a high level, then new high, and then dumped back to the downside. And guess what happened? Shake out both direction. It happens usually before stocks make some move. It's kind of like market makers move. Shake out both direction. Fake breakout, people buying. Where they put their stops? Right there. I was one of them. I put my stop right there below this area. And I always say, be smarter, make a wider stop. Don't put like everybody else, right? But we all humans make mistakes. Got stepped out, still stalking, still watching this trade, pulling back, volume increasing, long. Again, now stop. Now in this context, you can put your stop right there because that's a legit shakeout. So you can see both directions. What happened here? Level 2 mistake. You see every 1 minute candle stepping down. So this one stepped down on an offer. Offer was stepping down. Instead of 33 cents, that's where liquidity, we were going to 34, then 33. Then we was going like 30 and eventually like 29s. And this one was closing at like 27s. Still holding the bid. And this is a key here. We're still holding the bid. We didn't flash it, right? And pretty much got out, and 5-10 seconds after, this is the trade I was looking for because do the math. Stop was right there. This was like 2-hour trade right here, and it's still in play. As you can see, it's still in play. The question comes, would I get out here at break even, right? And it goes to another example of the break even. Why break even good and why break even is bad. All right, SOS. This was a swing setup, right? And I should be in and technically on this setup still. I saw news coming in pre-market. Great news. Jesus, alerts. Great news. Got in. Stop low of the day right here. The momentum came in. What are we building here on a 1 minute setup? Strong volume, micro pullback holding the high, 3-bar play, right? 3-bar play, momentum long, definitely an amazing partial, right? Stop loss here, low of the day. My average right now is messed up because of two entries. Now break even is going right there. Guess what? I got stopped out right at my break even. This is a good example how break evens are really bad sometimes, because this is the move I was really looking at and still being on this move. So it's worth watching this name consolidating here and eventually ripping higher. So really, what was the low here, I wonder, on this candle? Probably exactly at my level. Happens. So another one, VIAC. Tried to play short a little bit earlier, but realized it's not working. Got out immediately right here for the breakout above these two candles. Then tried to play again, way better short. Signals here. Gotta pay attention to 5-minute charts. As you can see, this 5-minute candle, this 5-minute candle, this 5-minute candle, they all were forming wicks to the upside, rejection. We are extended from VWAP, right? 102 to 98. This is $4 from VWAP. ATR on this name is definitely bigger. This is not super big of an extension, right? But it's worth trying. And as you can see, we started kind of like turning the corner, made a new low here, right? Compared to this one. So went right for the breakdown and partial into prior pivot point, and then kind of get out to protect some money here before the squeeze. Squeeze wasn't that big, honestly, so I could honestly keep holding some still, and instead of focusing on P&L, getting out, because my P&L was today like up $600 and down like to like $300. Like we even realized it was like $200 in profit, and then finally back to 500. It does definitely affect sometimes me, because I see my P&L, I look at it, I train to not to get affected. But Mondays, another reason, you're kind of rusty after the weekend off, and it happens. So X was on a setup. Why? Because we are the historical level weekly. Look at this. What is this? 2468 level here. 2450, 60, whatever. We kind of started to fade pre-market, and I really liked it. I missed the whole dump here, but then this was amazing. Let me bring it close on 1 minute. The volume. What's really caught my attention here, it's volume increasing on a move up, candles getting tighter at VWAP. So I decided to play this with a tiny stop above 24. So I definitely got a really good size here, about 1,700 shares. And this is the biggest profit I made it today on this one, about $500. Well, it could turn to a way bigger profit. So I called it here again. Why this also was a good short setup right here. First of all, we have an overall direction downside. This is a trend continuation entry. Came to VWAP. We didn't break above VWAP. That's a negative, right? I mean, that's positive for a shorting this name right here. We didn't make a new high, right? Price start to step down. Low volume push upside. This is not real buyers coming in. It's like me, Again, this is an example of break even. Look at this. I get out at break even here. You see? And this is another example that break even sucks sometimes. Should stick to my stop right there. Never get me out and still in play. So 2 examples of break even suck from today. Just take a note. And I honestly should be entering back this for trend continuation of short setup. And then this was a really good signal that we will continue to go lower. you got a spike on a volume here, right? And then lower volume push, like literally the lowest volume of the day was on this candle. 10 coming, we do a new low. So this is a pullback. What kind of pullback is this? This is shallow pullback. We didn't push higher. We didn't break moving averages. We only had 3 green or white candles on a row and then start to push down. This is a signal that we will go lower. And again, this is an overextended short setup we're teaching guys in bootcamp section. And look at this thing. It made a nice run from 16 to like 24s. This resistance, weekly resistance, why not to try to take in a short, right? Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, mistakes today. The break even probably it's something worth to play around. Maybe adjust that and what else? A good lesson on the AMC, right? Always stalk your trade. Analyze. You see this shakeout coming in. Okay, don't get pissed off that you get stopped out here. And I used to do that. I'm like, oh man, I freaking hate it. Market makers, blah blah blah, and then everything runs away from you. Yeah, I made money on it, right? I mean, if I wouldn't do this level 2 mistake, I would be in this. Look at this. It's going. It's going. Squeezer is going. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something from this. I'll talk to you later. Take care.